She is in Canada. Yay. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's try this. Nope. I'm not buying Skype credit to do a interview with okay, well. Okay, apparently what we're going to...
That's interesting.
We are going to see if we can get our guest in here. Kylie, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Kylie?
How's it going, James?
Fantastic. We have got Kylie Fox with us today. She joins us live here on our Sunday radio broadcast. So, Kylie, talk to us a little bit about your background, my friend. Tell us all about your music.
Well, I'm from New Brunswick, Canada. I am inspired by artists like Joni Mitchell and Gordon Lightfoot and John Prine. I like telling stories. I like making people laugh. This next record that I'm putting out is it's kind of quirky, but it's also ethereal. As we were making it, my producer mentioned that it sort of sounded like a mixture of Sesame Street meets Sharon Van Etten. It's covered with flutes and harmonies and it's boppy. And all the songs really stand on their own, I think, in terms of theme and how they sound and how they make you feel.
Fantastic. We have got a great guest with us today. Kylie Fox joins us live here on our Sunday radio broadcast, coast to coast, border to border on iHeartRadio today. Also, 990 WBOB out there in Rhode Island, and our good friends over there at KFRK in Denbon. We have got a great guest with us today. And so, Kylie, how do people get in touch with you online and social media and everywhere else?
Well, my favorite way is Instagram. I'm at _ Kylie Fox _ That's my favorite place to engage with people. And as well, I do use TikTok. I feel like TikTok, every musician right now has to be on TikTok. It's just like the name of the game. But I feel like it's like going to the gym. Like every week I'm like, okay, on Monday, I'm going to start my TikTok for real. So if you want... I would definitely recommend Instagram, but TikTok you could go there as well.
Fantastic. So talk to us a little bit about what your social media following is like.
Right now, my Instagram is around 3,000. Like, how many people are following me?
Yeah, just, how many people are following you? What kind of engagement are you getting? What are people saying about your stuff? Do they like your music? What's the feedback here, Kylie? We want to know.
Well, I've recently partnered with a stylist. So all of my outfits have just gotten way, more elevated. And I've been wearing really exceptionally cool pants. And
Fantastic.
I'm finding that I'm getting a lot of followers who are not only following along. I just released a new single called Brandy Baby in June.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of people that are loving that song, which definitely makes me happy. It's a nod to one of my musical heroes, Brandi Carlile. But people are following along with my outfits as well. Every time I play a show, I want to put some thought into how me and the band look, and to create a moment with the colors and the fabrics on stage. And we recently played the Cavendish Beach Music Festival in Prince Edward Island, and I wore bell bottoms that were turquoise, but they slowly faded into this cowhide material. They were wacky.
That's awesome.
and people love them. So if your listeners are into following along with a musician who also loves fashion and bell bottoms, then Yeah, give me a follow. Follow along.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Kylie Fox with us today. She joins us live. Her website, KylieFox.ca. If you want to get more information, that's KylieFox.ca. Kylie Fox with us today here on the Sunday radio broadcast, known the world over as the Jiggy Jaguar Experience. And you can find us on 990 WBOB out there in Rhode Island. And, of course, 50 plus AM/FM stations across the country and around the world, KJagradio.com as well. So, Kylie, tell us a little about your musical journey. How did you start in the music industry?
I was always a theater kid. My mom put me on stage when I was 6, which is a nasty thing to do to a little girl. Applause is a harsh addiction. So I was never going to have a normal job. And so I did theater school growing up and in college, and I've always written songs. I think when you're an artist, you can blossom in the arts in all mediums and fields. Whether I was writing short stories or filling books with poems or painting, that I was always an artsy kid. And it wasn't until I got to university and I wrote a song about Tinder that kind of just went like wildfire around like the small liberal arts school I was going to. Everyone knew the words to the Tinder song. I was playing it at all the open mics, and it just fueled the fire. I was writing vulgar joke songs because I think as a newer artist, I could tell people were engaging with it, listening to it, if I could hear them laughing. So after writing a ton of these songs, I started getting good at songwriting, and I started writing about other things going on in my life when things were hard. I have a song about almost every job I've ever had. And yes, there is a underlining quirkiness sometimes a dark humor. I think that just comes with being observant and maybe a little cynical about the world. So after university, I've put out 2 albums. I've toured the country as a solo artist and with a band. I've opened for great Canadian artists like Matt Minglewood, Bahamas, and Joel Plaskett. And also connecting with a band of collaborators that you really take care into making magic with what they're contributing to the songs that I'm bringing into the studio. That's also been a big game changer. You really can't do this alone.
No, you can't. You've got Kylie Fox with us today. She joins us live, KylieFox.ca for her official website. So who are some of your biggest influences? How did they shape your sound?
Joni Mitchell is definitely my biggest influence, partly because of my father. My father was the youngest of a family of 9, kind of a kitchen party type family, very East Coast Canadian. And he fell in love with Joni Mitchell when he saw her on a magazine when he was like 16 or something. And he raised me on her reciting her lyrics before she would sing them and explaining why they were so smart. She was painting a picture. She was her style was so unique. And I think that has pushed me to also paint pictures and to find interesting ways to say simple things. And sometimes saying simple things in simple ways is a great skill as a songwriter as well. Songs don't have to be complicated. I guess it's up to you. But Joni Mitchell has definitely been kind of like my beacon. And I was lucky to see her in June last year. Her and Brandi Carlile and the Joni Jam played at the Gorge in Washington, and that's
awesome.
Probably one of the best days of my life.
That's awesome. We have got a great guest with us today. She joins us live here on our big broadcast. Kylie Fox is with us. KylieFox.ca is her official website. So what are some of your end of summer plans here as we go into the fall?
Well, speaking of Joni Mitchell, there's a great festival here in New Brunswick called Harvest Music Festival, I guess is what it's called now.
Yeah.
And we've had great artists come through here. Robert Plant here played one year. I am performing, it's the 50th anniversary of Joni Mitchell's Court and Spark album. So I'm performing that album front to back. And that's happening a day after my forthcoming album Sequoia comes out. So the first half of the concert will be the Joni album. The encore for the concert will be a selection of songs from this upcoming record that I feel kind of directly are related or inspired by the songs of Joni Mitchell from that album.
Fantastic. Fantastic. We have got a great guest with us today. Kylie Fox is with us. So growing up in New Brunswick, how was the local music scene, and how did that influence your work?
Well, I mean, at a family level, I watched my father play his acoustic guitar at every family party, and I learned that music was how you communicate, how you showed love and represented your identity. And as I got older, music became a great community. In New Brunswick right now, most of the artists know each other because we need each other. We need each other for contacts. We need each other for recommendations. You need each other to play jokes with and write songs with. It's really important that you find your people, and the music community in New Brunswick is really something special. I'm really lucky to have it.
Fantastic. We have got a great guest with us today. She joins us live. Kylie Fox is with us. KylieFox.ca is her official website. So let's talk a little bit about your music and your creative process. Can you walk us through your creative process when writing a new song? Where do you draw some of your inspiration from, Kylie?
Songs will come to me out of nowhere, normally while I'm living my life. Very rarely when I'm going to the piano to sit down and write something. Basically, when I'm out living my life, I'm kind of like a collector. I'm harvesting ideas. I've got so many notes and voice recordings on my phone that I mean to get back to. And these bits and bobs would never get finished if I didn't schedule the time. So I guess it comes in two pieces. There's like the inspiration phase when I'm out. Having experiences. And then the second part would be okay, here's this verse that I came up with 2 weeks ago. Let's sit down. Let's try to think about the rest of that day, and let's try to formulate it, puzzle it into a song. And both parts of that process I really do treasure. The editing is something that's really fun. The more you can look at a song and try to find the best little jewel, the best word that will work for you, is just as much of a rush as when you hear someone say something in a conversation that I'm like, wow, that's a great line. Hold on for a minute. I have to go write this down.
That is amazing. It is Kylie Fox. She's with us today. KylieFox.ca is the official website for Kylie Fox. So your lyrics often tell compelling stories. How do you approach songwriting in terms of storytelling?
Well, sometimes I'll just do a big kind of brain, almost like a stream of conscious. Like if I'm writing a song about tree planting, for instance, I might go to the paper and really quickly just write a bunch of words and images about tree planting and see what I've got. Having a page of words in front of me can sometimes help. Other times, beautiful moments will occur where it's a little bit out of body. I don't know what the perfect recipe is, but you're strumming your guitar, something compels you to say something a certain way in a certain melody, and you feel like you're onto something. Songs that you write in like 10 minutes are some of the best feelings ever. But it's different every song. Some songs take months of revisiting. You're kind of waiting for the next little thing to finish the song. For instance, with my latest song, Brandy Baby, the song is about kind of having that relationship where you're so comfortable that you could share each other's toothbrush or something. And I was feeling so taken care of in this relationship that I wanted to express it in the song. And I had most of the song done and the melody was in my head, but it wasn't until we had our first slow dance to a Brandi Carlile song called Story that I got the last line for the chorus, which was put on some Brandy Baby and dance with me. And of course, Brandy Baby is now the name of the song and kind of the whole point of the song, but I didn't know it until that was the last piece of the puzzle.
Fantastic. We have got a great guest with us today, joins us live here on our big broadcast. Kylie Fox is with us. So what challenge do you face when creating new music? How do you overcome them, Kylie?
My biggest challenge is time management. As I'm lucky enough to have a team now, but there's still so much to do. As I said, I feel like I'm chasing this TikTok world. You have to keep up with your, and it takes a lot of time, and it's time that I love to give when you're giving energy to responding to your fans. That's really important, and necessary and fun. But it's time consuming just to make sure that you're covering all your bases on your social media, making sure everyone feels like I'm seeing them, like they're getting what they want from me and from following me.
That is awesome. That is awesome. We have got a great guest with us today. Kylie Fox is with us, KylieFox.ca. She is amazing. She joins us today here on our big broadcast. So let's talk about some of your recent projects and some of your performances. This latest album that you have out here, what's some of the stories behind it? See if Kylie are still with us. Can you hear us, Kylie? Okay, we're gonna do this. I think we lost Kylie. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna go ahead and play Kylie's brand new track. It is called Brandy Baby, and it's here on your Sunday radio broadcast.
I've been a funny girl, I have been aloof. What's beneath my joke? What is it to you? My friends say I'm a ghost. Mama agrees to my God. Ambition makes you lonely. I gotta get going. Conversation is boring. Got my festival passes, you were watching the flash. We're the one playing keys on the loft down on George Street. I used to leave my time stand against the wall. Now I'ma take a look in your eyes. You love me so tenderly, tenderly, baby. Went to the dance alone. My friends weren't friends. My sister drove me home. See that girl in my doubt. The speckles on the page. I'm giddy, overtired. My pulse when I'm wired. My wig toweled hair. Watch me scream at the news. Watch me hug all your sheets. Watch me hug your shower. Hold me in the water. I used to lean my damn stand up against the bird. Now I'm a deeper in your eyes. You love me so tenderly, tenderly, baby.
Okay, so that is Kylie Fox. We are going to go back to Kylie Fox. All I know is we're going to go back to Kylie Fox, and then I'll do my other thing here. So let's go back to Kylie Fox. She vanished on us. So we are going to go back to her, see if we can snag her in here for this. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can get her back with us. Kylie, can you hear us, my friend?
Hi. I have to be honest
Fantastic.
with you. My phone overheated.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. We just got done playing your track.
Perfect.
Let's talk a little bit about this music video. You did this at Capital City Wrestling.
Oh, I'm glad you like it.
This is amazing. I'm a huge pro wrestling mark, so when I saw this video, and I saw you did this at apparently a Capital Wrestling show, talk to us a little bit about filming a music video at a pro wrestling show.
Well, it was a little bit intimidating, honestly. I just reached out to them. They're one of the best marketed events happening in Fredericton, New Brunswick. And I said, listen, I'm a local artist. I'd love to record a music video at your upcoming event. They said, sure, come on in. I didn't even get their name. So I show up in a glittery sequin fringe jacket and kind of asked around, like, who's in charge. And sure enough, most of them did know I was coming, and they were excited to have me, and we were lucky that they just kind of gave us free range to film what we wanted to, and it felt really cool. I kind of feel like I want to go back to the next event.
That's awesome.
I feel invested in these wrestlers. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
And it was just so funny. That was my first time going to a wrestling match, and what catharsis. You're just yelling, you suck at all these.
Oh, you've never been to a wrestling show before. This was your very first. This was your very first wrestling show.
I was trust falling into.
That is amazing.
Into that idea, yeah.
That is amazing. That this was your very first experience with. So what the hell attracted you to film a music video at a pro wrestling show if you've never been to a pro wrestling show?
Well, I had heard through the grapevine that it was like one of the most fun things to do in town. So I had been meaning to go to one anyway. And
That's
I
awesome.
had a looming deadline to make a music video. And if you watch some of my other music videos, a lot of them are a little bit quirky or weird. Or I guess I like to do, I'm not taking my career. I don't want to say my career. I'm not taking myself too seriously.
Yes.
I thought this was going to be really fun, and it was. And I had also never seen it done before. And the song Brandy Baby is about kind of having a tough exterior and, learning how to soften up in love. And who's tougher than a wrestler?
That's right. That's right. Well, I just find it amazing that that you did this at a pro wrestling show. I'm blown away by that whole thing. I think that's great.
Yeah.
So
and I was really lucky that I sat next to the son of the champion wrestler, so he was able to tell me
awesome.
who was the bad guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
When you watch the video, I'm sitting next to kind of a younger guy, and it was his parents that kind of ran the events, and he was the champion wrestler.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think, now maybe not, I think I may have seen, in fact, I'm going to look this up while I've got you on the horn here. I think Vice TV at one point did a documentary on these guys. I think they may have done that. I'll have to...
I'd watch it.
I'll have to look this up because I think that they did, because I happened to just see something somewhere, and I know that it was something about Canadian professional wrestling, and that's I'll have to do some digging and see if I can find that, but because when I was watching the video, it was, I was like, oh my God, I think this is the same people I seen on that Vice show.
Cool. Why not? I mean, I went to.
So I think that's pretty
thing.
badass that you were there for this.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So,
I'm low-key obsessed with wrestlers now. We watched.
You're low-key obsessed with pro wrestling.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Well, I'll tell you, as you get in, as you get into the world of pro wrestling, you will learn all sorts of things about just the business itself. And I'll tell you, you being in the music business, I don't know which is more crooked, the music business or pro wrestling, because I've got experiences with both, and knowing enough people in the pro wrestling business and the music business, it is the way it is. So
what do you think? Should I change career paths?
Oh no. Here's the deal. In pro wrestling or in music, you're going to get screwed over the exact same way. So you're already in the music business. Just keep on that path.
Okay, thanks for your advice.
But what you could do, and I don't know if they do this at. I'm assuming they do this at the shows in Canada because they do this everywhere. But one of the things that pro wrestling shows do a lot is they have someone sing the national anthem to start the show. And there are a lot of musicians that I have known here in the United States that's how they've gotten their start, is they have sang the national anthem at pro wrestling shows. So if, and usually what it is, you get to promote it, they promote it, it's kind of a give and take kind of thing. So, the next pro wrestling show that that's near your area, you should hit them up about, hey, do you need somebody to sing the national anthem?
Yeah, that's some food for thought.
That's also a way to maybe, while you're there, you sign some autographs, sell some CDs, stuff like that. But we have got Kylie Fox with us today. She joins us live here on our big broadcast. She is amazing. She has got this incredible music video that is on YouTube and various other places. And so how do you prepare for a live performance? What exactly can fans expect from you when you do your live shows?
Oh, well, I'll crack a couple jokes, I'll belt a couple notes, I'll wear a cool outfit. I'm probably having the best time of my life because it's my favorite thing to do. And you'll hear some stories. I mean, I try to, make it a production. We start on a high note, we bring it down, and then we bring it back up again. And we
That's awesome. That's awesome. That is fantastic. It is a great guest with us today. Kylie Fox joins us live here on our big broadcast. She is amazing. She joins us live here on the Sunday radio broadcast. KylieFox.ca is her official website. Go over and check that out today. So as we wrap up here with you, what do you have coming up? Any tour dates? Any new music coming out? What do you have for us, Kylie?
Yes, I would love to pitch my new music coming out. I have a song called Confetti that's coming out next week.
That's awesome.
You will get a new song from me called Confetti. It's kind of the same same vein as Brandy Baby. It's kind of that alternative rock, a little bit moody. In August, I'm releasing a song called Alberta about tree planting out in northern British Columbia. And then September 13th, my full album comes out. It's called Sequoia. There's 11 songs on it. I made it with a wonderful producer. It was funded by Canada Council for the Arts. And,
that's awesome. That's fantastic.
I'm really excited to get it out there and share it with the world.
That is amazing. I think that's awesome that you got that got funded. That is fantastic. So Whatever
Yeah,
you're
it's
doing,
important.
keep it up, because I think that's pretty cool. Well, Kylie, I really appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for coming on and chatting. You've got some great music. Really enjoyed the conversation, and we'll talk to you soon. Have yourself a blessed day, my friend.
You too. Thank you, James, and thanks to everyone who's listening. Take
Appreciate
care.
it, my friend. There she goes. That is Kylie Fox with us today. She joins us live here on our big broadcast. So we are waiting on our next guest to fly in here. But while we do that, let's take a quick time out. And when we come back, we will have more coming.